Hello, hello. I want to talk about shadow work. So, one of the parts of our camp is Courtney, who teaches shadow work. She's written this incredible book about it. And it's about seeing the other parts of ourselves, the parts of ourselves that are maybe in the shadows or in the dark of our lives and don't get the light and don't get the exposure, and therefore they sort of, can just keep knocking or keep us in loops and patterns. And I want to share a little bit about the work that I did with Courtney and how I saw something in myself that it really helped me move through some very basic things, but something I hadn't actually ever given time or consideration to. So, in the session, you go into a meditation, and she asked me to close my eyes and to visualize sort of my, a shadow version of myself. We were focusing on specifically around maybe like not feeling seen, or, getting frustrated when I couldn't maybe get the result I wanted to, or validation, all things around there. So that was kind of this topic of where we're going to. So we were asking in the meditation for my younger self, the shadow self, to come out. And as I closed my eyes, there was this beautiful tree and a meadow and all of those types of things. But what came out from behind the tree was this gorgeous but very grumpy 8-year-old version of myself. She came around the corner and she had her arms folded and her head down, and she was very mad. And it was so cute because it not only made me laugh, but it softened me, because I know that version of myself. I know that version of myself at 49. I know that version of myself at 8. And I know that version of myself throughout my whole life. And when I asked her, that 8-year-old version of myself that was very angry and she was with me, but she was also disengaged. Like, she wasn't away from me, she wasn't disconnected, but she was sort of wanting to really make a point. And when I asked her, she looked up at me in her beautiful little eyes and she said, "You're not listening to me." I just hearing it now makes my heart just melt. And what unfolded was I learned that when I'm hungry, I'm not listening to myself. I'm not listening to her telling me that she's hungry. When I'm working and I'm busy and I'm in the zone, I don't go for food. I go for work. I go for getting things done. And she showed me when I'm tired and I'm exhausted and I'm sad and I'm hurt or upset or something, even if it's not a big deal, that I don't really give space for that version of myself. I push through, I go on, I do other things, I pretend it doesn't matter. And so in this journey, in that very short time, what Courtney showed me through this shadow work is that 8-year-old self, that 8-year-old version of myself, that 8-year-old part of me needs to know that I'm listening. I'm listening to what she needs. I'm listening to what she is telling me. And I'm listening to how she feels. And once I started playing with that, she also said we don't play enough anymore. And then she gave me a little grin and then she skipped off. So now I play more, even in the work. Okay, we're going to get this done. We're going to get that done. Using that energy of play to get my work done and to have fun with myself and to make a joke. You sit there when you feel those like hub bubbles, like all these things to do. What are you going to do? You're going to get it done, but you're going to get it done with fun. Listen to some good music. Stop every few minutes and give your arms a rub. Connect with yourself in this real energy, this presence, and just say, do you need anything? Bathroom, toilet, the basics. I always feel like life comes down to, a shit, shower, and a shave, as my grandfather used to say. Basics. So look after, I was going to say look after yourself. It's not my job to tell you what to do. I'm sharing what I experience. But I believe there's a window that all of our 8-year-old, a window of opportunity that all of our 8-year-olds are asking us to do is to answer our needs and to listen. Love you. Thanks, Courtney. Enjoy the class, everyone. For those who joined, she's amazing. Okay, bye.